I'm as cranked up as a 8-year-old boy who just ate a big handful of gummies with red dye number 12, 16, 14. I'm spun up. The beauty of having a job that you really love is when you're sitting there doing the cameras and you're going inside camera, outside camera, and you're asking for pictures and your hands start shaking. Just shaking. The adrenaline, just the excitement of the anticipation, knowing it's finally coming together. Yeah, that's the right job for you. This turtle was in here, I guess, eating corn, and then we dropped the gate, and now he's in the middle of it. You see he's got some blood on his back. Hey, fella, I bet you're like going, what the hell just happened in here, man? No worries, you're gonna get your little corn pile back. But he had to be freaking out, because I was freaking out and I was on the outside of the panel. Well, we always say if we start our videos off in the truck, not in the shop, and we fixing to put a wiggle in it, and we wiggling, not breaking the speed limit, but we putting a wiggle in it. This is a group that we have been trying to trap. My camera mount just messed up. We've been trying to trap this group for a long time. Just crazy long time. We moved this trap into this location due to some changes on the property with cattle and fencing. Very logistically hard trap to get to. Really a bad choice, but we were just very limited on where we could get this trap at. It was getting ready for planting season, and so the trap was moved probably 4 months ago. We've had plenty of hogs that we could trap, just not the group that we originally had, tuned in real good. Deer season messed us up a bunch with a lot of pushed out corn from the hunters. It is what it is. They can't help it. They're wanting to hunt. We understand that. We're just wanting to trap a group of hogs. And then deer season ended, and then came the dogs. We know 100% confirmation on this property that dogs got on there and blew our hogs out of there. That's very frustrating. And that is a video that probably just should come, but probably never will. So anyway, it finally all formed up this morning. Basically, it was just kind of like, hey, it hit. They finally locked in. They were in last night. It wasn't the whole group. I think that was like 7 o'clock last night. When you see hogs hitting a trap twice in one night, that's when you're cooking with gas. You can see I'm excited. We trapped 23 hogs early Saturday morning. It's early Sunday morning, and didn't get to bed till about 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. Then we were going to go do some maintenance after lunch. A big rain came in, and so basically I didn't do nothing yesterday. My smart I'm stupid watch gave me 100 body battery, which that never happens. I think in the 2 or 3 years the bride bought me this watch. I've seen it maybe 5 times. That's it. The only way you're going to get 100 on a battery is literally to do nothing for like 2 days, from what I can see. But I'm as cranked up as a 8-year-old boy who just ate a big handful of gummies with red dye number 12, 16, 14. I'm spun up. The beauty of having a job that you really love is when you're sitting there doing the cameras and you're going inside camera, outside camera, and you're asking for pictures and your hands start shaking. Just shaking. The adrenaline, just the excitement of the anticipation, knowing it's finally coming together. Yeah, that's the right job for you. We drop a lot of gates. 1,000, 1,500 hogs a year is what we trap. So I'm just excited that, it happens after just just a little bit of time there, and boom. So all that being said, we got about another 10 miles to drive. We got to get out. We got to walk through a cow pasture. Lots of trajectory concerns would be my statement. A lot of cattle. A lot of cattle. Cattle all around the trap, everywhere. Neighboring land cattle. So you got to think about this when you're out there at night. running weapons, and you've got all that going on. A lot of cattle. So we need to make sure that our bullets stay exactly on target and where they're going. That's why we run 22 subsonic in the trap. We will be going in with a 308 suppressed on AR-10 platform, running our 10-year-old pulsar that's held together with Gorilla Tape. Yeah, Gorilla Tape, but it still works good. So, hang on. Once we get to the cow pasture, we're going to jump out. The reason we're putting a wiggle in it is because we're fighting daylight. Daylight's coming on us, and we want to be able to go in there stealthy and, do it in the dark. That's the reality. So I am running completely solo. I was going to get one of the boys up. Wyatt had a baseball game yesterday. He was wore out, and I don't think Zeb went to bed as early as I did, and he was out with me the night before. So we just going to get her done. I mean, it is what it is. It's a big group, but I got the recon with me, and the recon's like having a teenage boy. So hang on. All right, so we're on on property, driving to a pasture. We're gonna have to shut down here in a little bit and then hump it the rest of the way in. Nothing outside the gate, which is exactly what we want. A lot of rain last night or yesterday afternoon, really muddy. Little dirt road coming in here. I mean, it was muddy. So we're trying to navigate through this pasture. This is not our landowner's land, so we have permission to be on it. But you got to keep your eyes out for calves. He's got a lot of cattle, and these little calves will lay down, and last thing you want to do is run over one of them. That'd be a bad day. It's going to be a good day when you're realizing as you walk to the trap, you got to start loading 22 mags. That's put that on the back of a t-shirt. It's going to be a good day when you got to start loading mags when you walk to the trap. But anyway, so we're gonna, oh crap, I want my camera mount. All right, now we could edit that out, but probably try to keep it real. Anyway, so we're gonna keep going along here, and we've got probably about 30 minutes before we're starting to start getting a little bit of daylight. So we definitely need to keep things rolling. So hang on. All right, you can see the sun's starting to come up there behind me. You can kind of see my face a little bit. Trap is just right off here to my right. We're watching with the thermal. Problem is we've got to cross an electric fence to work around to the gate side. Again, a lot of cows. We've got cows in this pasture. We've got cows on the right side of the trap, out in another pasture, which is our landowners. So a lot of logistics, but nothing outside the gate, and we're just scanning around the trap. So hang on. So that's the other pasture. Got cows in it. Trap is right here in front of us. We just gotta cross under an electric fence without getting shocked. Nothing outside the gate. We're trying to work our way off to the gate side. Wind is perfect, but only for about another 40 yards. It's gonna blow right into that trap. Well, the deed is done. It got ugly there for a little bit. Really big bore. One of the advantages of coming in with a thermal, one is you're scanning your surroundings. You're kind of making sure nothing was outside the gate. Outside camera right here. The ice camera's right behind me. We didn't pick up nothing. But you can watch the mannerisms of the hog, and it doesn't always have to be a boar. It can be a sow. It doesn't matter on the sex, in our opinion. In this particular case, it was the boar who was the problem child, and he was spun up from the get-go. I'm watching him over there from the pasture, and he's all up on the gate, just like going, hey, how do I get out of here? Not necessarily sure if you'd ever been trapped before. I really don't think so. Just more like, hey, this is bad, I got to get out of here. But as soon as I worked around and made the approach to the trap, then it was on. And we don't know if it's genetics, learned behavior. The other night, last night, whatever that night that was on the 23, a young hog just jumps and flies. They get wings. This guy was a jumper and a flyer, and he's flying into panels, and he would not back off of it. So this is probably going to rub a few folks wrong. Don't care. We're not sponsored. We're not endorsed, and we're just always going to let it rip and say the truth. You know, you walk up here with iron sights, daytime 22. How is that humane to anything? That I can't wrap my head around. In this particular situation, 1022 platform, uh, you know, running 15 round mags, laser sights, flashlight combination. In a situation like that, where you got a big hog that literally wants to jump and fly, it's rat-a-tat-tat time. Rat-a-tat-tat. You got to rat-a-tat-tat him. You're trying to get all those shots right here in the side of that head, the back of the head, something. You got to shut him down, because all he's doing is spinning up the show. That's all he's doing. As soon as I rat-a-tat-tat him and he went down, everybody was like, okay, the game over. And now we can get some little bit of reduce the chaos. And so, you know, if you're out there with a bolt action scope, even in the nighttime, it ain't gonna work. You can't rat-a-tat-tat. And I'm not saying spray and pray. I'm just saying strategic shots, but you need a little belly bag, magazine exchange, come back in, and get him on the ground. That's the advantage when you're doing a big group like this. By the way, 24, is two shooters. You know, when the boys were younger, the three of us would go out. I'd be kind of like the ringleader, and the boys would be on the ground, and they'd be doing it strategic. But tonight or this morning, the big thing for me was take out that boar. As soon as he went down, everything calmed down, and then I start working on the adults. And there was a couple other boars in there that were a little bit on the ornery side, but not like him. I mean, he just. It's too bad I don't have it on video, just to see, you know, a 250-pound hog flying through the air, you know, and he's not going to clear the panels, but he is making a mess of things. So enough about that. We're going to buzz you in. We're going to show you what we got. Never have dragged any hogs out of the strap. So we got a lot of logistics this morning that are going to be problematic for us. We got an electric fence we got to work with, and a super hot electric fence. Not that I know that, but I may got zapped one day by it, and I found myself laying on the ground. So we got to work around that. So hang on, here we go. So as you can see, an absolutely beautiful morning here in South Georgia. Yesterday was one of our record high temperatures for the history of the state of Georgia. I think it hit 90. Now it's pushing about 64 and it's supposed to be like 30 degrees tonight. So here we go. Went ahead and busted the panel open. I'm gonna give you a little light. So start off, we're gonna go right to left. We got a sow, got a little boar, got a little boar, got a little boar, another boar, got another boar. And here's the funny, this ain't funny, but it is funny. Look at this poor fellow over here. This turtle was in here, I guess eating corn, and then we dropped the gate, and now he's in the middle of it. You see he's got some blood on his back. Hey fella, I bet you're like going, what the hell just happened in here, man? No worries, you're gonna get your little corn pile back. But you know he had to be freaking out, because I was freaking out, and I was on the outside of the panel. Soon to be sow. Soon to be sow. Definitely pregnant sow. Boar. Got a boar right there. Boar right there. Sow. Young boar. Soon to be sow. Soon to be sow. Come over here to the gate. Soon to be sow. Pregnant sow. All right, boar. Now, a little learning tip for you here. That hog is no longer with us, this one right here. But a lot of times hogs will lay just like that and not move. They're injured and they're just kind of waiting for things to clear out. You got to be careful of that. So I know that from experience. The boar there, and I think this one. Oh yeah, pregnant sow, little boar. What we got here? Soon to be sow, boar, and there's your flying your flying hog. That's what you don't want. He's got some decent cutters on him. Very problematic for this trap. Very problematic for this gate drop. I ain't lying. I mean, he was on like Donkey Kong. Big boy. So we're running a 12-panel Jaeger Pro, 3-leg on-time feeder, ice camera on the outside, mine texting camera with ammo can. Where this trap was at had a lot of squirrel issues. That owl does nothing but look cute. And really don't like the design of the trap. The trap is a little too round for us. It needs to be more oval. And we are going to make that modification. We just got some land, the lay of the land here, trees. But now that we've had our big first gate drop, we're going to stretch this trap out and make it a little bit more oval. So, this one was long overdue. Lord have mercy, long overdue. Literally right after we got this system in here, had a really good group, this group here, and then they just disappeared, as I said earlier in the video, but long overdue. We knew we should be at 21. We had some littles, but we knew we should be at that 21 plus range. Again, we'll talk about in other videos, you know, you got to count the adults. Stay with the adults. The piglets are hard unless they come in and they lay down, but when they're all hemmed up around it, it's tough. Eventually, we probably will go to a live video system here. We're seeing more and more that the live video works a lot better. When it first came out, in our opinion, it really liked cell service. And a lot of us are in remote locations, and the mine texting camera does a great job. Why the live video? Because, completely honest, we want that fast trigger speed. Because what we're seeing is more and more and more and more and more and more educated hogs. And they're skittish. Once we get them to come in, they get kind of skittish, and then the high degree of social issues that we're seeing, that we're starting to learn as trappers. And we've been doing this for over 25 years, professionally since 2016. And we're seeing this, the socialization is a big deal, getting all these fellas to get along. And so probably we'll go to the live video system just because of that quick trigger speed. But right now, this thing does a great job for us, and we're gonna keep rocking with it. And probably we're at, I think we got 23 systems up right now. We're about half and half, about half live, half mine texting camera, and we still get her done. So no flip flapping. I got to walk back that way, across the cow pasture, and get to Tacoma and figure out how to navigate some mud holes without having to call my landowner and say, "Hey, come pull me out." And then I got to figure out how to get all these out of here. So I don't know, and I'm not real fond of that electric fence. The story, I'll tell you the story. When we first scouted the property, I didn't think the fence was hot. And so I grabbed it just to kind of test it. It didn't do nothing. I'm like, oh, we're good. Somehow I caught it between the pulses. And so I came back through after scouting out here, looking around, and I put my hand on it. I mean, she put me on the ground, boy. And I said, Lord have mercy, I learned my lesson. Anyway, so we'll buzz you some more footage. We got to get to work. So right behind us, that head of woods is where the trap is at. I'm out here in the cow pasture now. We'll buzz you around. Way back that way is where the truck's at. So you always hear us talking about having to walk a long way. We do. If you want to sneak into junk, you need to walk. Kind of some logistics here. Trying to get through these water mud hole pockets. Got a little irrigation pivot used to run in this field, not anymore. So there's like a little levee, so I'm gonna try to levee across the Tacoma. Like I said, it ain't nothing but a big gator. So we humping it over here to the truck, and we gonna get in there and figure out the logistics. Like I said, first time you make a gate drop, new trap location, you kind of figure out how everything works. How you gonna make it work, especially when you're navigating an electric fence. And we may have to make some mods where we can just disconnect that fence and walk in there. So anyway, we'll get to it. So we're gonna buzz across the cow pasture and go across that little levee I was talking about. Here's our advertisement. We're gonna do like the other YouTubers. no, we're not endorsed by IQ Bar, but that pretty much, that is our, sorry about that. That is our protein bar of choice in our house. God knows how many of them we eat a day, but if you wonder what hog trappers eat, IQ Bar. And yeah, I'm not eating a big donut and drinking a bunch of coffee. I don't need any caffeine today because I'm wired up like I said, like an 8-year-old with a mouthful of gummy bears. Even the cows are excited. They know we just took 24 hogs off this pasture. Right, fellas? Well, this is our little road, our little levee. You call it that. It's what the pivot used to walk across to keep it from getting stuck. Now the Tacoma's walking across it. And there we go. So yeah, our trap is in that head of woods right there. Years and years, well, not years ago, last year the trap was over there, but we had to move due to the logistics of cattle and fencing. But honestly, what we're trying to protect straight out in front of us, 200-acre pivot. It'll be peanuts here in about 2.5 months. But that head of wood right there holds a lot of hogs since it's got a wet hole in it. So anyway, we'll get back to you. So we're back here in the trap. Looks a little bit different in the daylight, but you'll see how this one side comes out pretty far. That's just don't like the design of that. We're gonna bring this panel in more, this wall in more, and then push that gate further back that way. Pick up a couple trees in the process. But I wanted to come over here so y'all could see that we're gonna get our buddy out of here. Come here, fella. Look at that poor guy. Well, you know he had to be pucker factor. Hey, fella. You're safe now. You probably need some therapy, I bet. I'm telling you. Big boy was jumping all around you and you were dodging. I think he might have got scuffed up. I don't know. Anyway. You're free now, brother. We've said it in other videos that we pretty much, it's kind of like an interview process when we go to work for somebody. We want to work for good people. It's a very unusual job, trapping hogs like we do. It's a good relationship. You need to have a really good relationship with your landowners. We work together. It's a team effort. Hey, I saw tracks, I saw a sign, whatever. And again, we're on their property. This is their big bank account. You know what I mean? This is like what really, really matters to them outside of family. So it's a lot of trust. So called my landowner, said, hey, flip the switch, 24. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to get them at least out here into this pasture. And then from there, he's got the equipment to take care of it. That's the good part about working for a farmer. They got equipment. So I came up with this system here. You're gonna love it. I got my electric wire up, and then right here, got the shooting sticks with a zip tie. We believe you can fix anything with a zip tie and Gorilla Tape. My daddy was a duct tape man. He died before Gorilla Tape hit the market. Gorilla Tape's the junk. Not sponsored and endorsed by him. It's just the junk. And then we're just gonna prop it up like that, and then we're gonna buzz in and out with a four-wheeler, strap them and go, and just bring them out here, and we'll line them up for a picture. It's gonna take a little bit, but we believe logistically that's gonna be the best way to do this. We're gonna pop the this panel, we're gonna pop it open more. That way we don't have to worry about, smashing into anything. So now the fun part begins. So we got them all stretched out, lined up. Let me send a picture to our landowner. And yeah, I'm almost sweating like Wyatt in church. But Recon, man, that's the way to go. You know, you'll see with our business, we have 2 4-wheelers, 3 gators, I think 9 trailers. Most of the trailers got winches on them. Recon, right into the trap, grab them, strap them, pull them. Now, good point to bring up. Friday, let's see, early Saturday morning, we dropped on 23, like I said earlier. We had hogs in that same trap last night. So this whole thing about blood and poop and you gotta move the trap and all that, the hogs get educated when you drop and you dilly-dally and you waste time getting there. We got in there, we made a lot of noise when we were in there, distracted, pulled that group out. We knew we had some stragglers that, you know, show up randomly. They showed up, I don't know, last night, 9, 10 o'clock. There was one there at 5:30 this morning when I was coming up here. So I'm gonna buzz you around, show you what we got, and then I think I'm probably gonna go ahead and redesign this trap a little bit. While I've been working in here, I'm looking at a few things I can change. We keep everything in the truck, equipment-wise, teeth post puller, post hole digger, you know, slammers, everything we need to make an adjustment. So hang on. So there you go. So it's a lot of work. The shadows get you messed up here. A lot of work to kind of line them up like this, but it's important for landowner to see the pictures. This is what they're paying for, intelligent hog trapping. He knows numerous times we could have trapped 5, 10, whatever. We knew our group. We just had to wait for them. Also, it's good for social media to show, you know, these systems do work. These cellular systems do work. It's the way to go, but you need to be smart about how you do it and don't educate hogs. Honestly, I ran out of gas, not in the 4-wheeler. I pulled him up here and he's just big, man. I was going to try to, you know, straighten him out the best I could, but he's just a big hog. And that's our flying hog. And so there you go. So probably not done with the video, but we're done for right now. Just got to get everything kind of situated back in here. Worked out really good, didn't get shocked. You can see the cardinals are already back in the trap, trying to get some corn. And they've been used to it all winter long. And our turtle hasn't gone very far, so I'm hoping he don't need some meds to get over what the hell he went through this morning, because he's just kind of laid up over there. All right, but again, absolutely beautiful day here in South Georgia. God bless America. Just good to be alive, be out here working. And anyway, we'll get back to you. Well, we've been out here for about 2 hours now since we did the last video, and went ahead and stretched the trap, as we call it. So I'm gonna buzz you around real quick. It's gonna kind of show you that it's more of an oval design, which is what we originally wanted. We were having a lot of trouble with the trees, a lot of trouble with the landscape, the dirt up and down. So in the process of doing that, we had to move the gate. We had to move the ice camera further back. We had to move the feeder, which is tricky to move a tripod feeder when it's got corn in it. Like, it's half full right now. This trap is due for maintenance in about 2 weeks. So anyway, you can kind of do it. Kind of got away without having to move the camera. We were still good where the big pole was at, but really like the design better. Now you might think, what's the big deal? But I'm telling you, at 2, 3, 2, 1 o'clock in the morning, whatever it is, and you're in there, you know, at your house or in your bedroom or sitting in an easy chair, whatever. We don't have an easy chair, by the way. You know, we're trying to figure it out, and you're like going, man, I wish that camera would turn this way, camera would turn that way. I mean, our dream is a camera that'll move. You know, we're currently testing this Real Link camera. It won't drop a gate, but it'll move. But so far, I'm not real thrilled with the camera, to be honest. But it's all about camera angle. It's all about feeder placement. It's a big deal, especially when you're looking at semi-permanent traps. And so let me buzz you around. You can kind of remember that wall was a little further out. You know, we've definitely stretched it now. You can see, not totally thrilled with this wall right here. I actually don't have a hoe with me today, and I just need to dig this out a little bit. But you really don't want a too straight of a wall like that, but it's not going anywhere, just kind of a personal preference. Had to really work with the gate just due to the slope. So did some digging there, kind of level it out. And you know, anytime you mount these gates and they're sloping, you want to make sure that your gate's going to go like it should. So there you go. So we fixing to load up and buzz out of here. So we really hope you all enjoyed today's video. Kind of a big deal for us, this group here. Been long overdue. I am going to go ahead and come clean because I know the barber. She's not going to miss an opportunity to rip me somehow. I sent her a picture, got the group 24, and she texted me back and she said it's 25. So clearly I can't count. There's 25 there. I mean, I counted them again and again and again. I said, well, okay, well, whatever. It's 25. So yeah, I already had to notify the landowner that I can't count, but we can trap hogs and trap them intelligently. I just can't count hogs. And that's what I got the barber for. She is the hog counter. You'll, do, that's the group, that's the group, that's a group. And she gets all into the weeds with that. So that being said, y'all have a great day. Beautiful day here in South Georgia. This is awesome because in a couple months, we're going to be putting peanuts in the ground on that 200-acre pivot. And hopefully this little thing this morning will help them. And believe it or not, the turtle is still over there. He's alive. I just think he's traumatized. Y'all have a great day. Spread the love, not the hate.